Welcome back to our coverage of the 2012 NCAA National Soccer Tournament, where the Wheaton women's team recently defeated UW Whitewater by a touchdown with a final score of 7-0. Now the Wheaton men are prepared to take on Center College for their chance to punch a ticket into the Sweet 16 along with the women. So let's send you out to the field where Judah Newby is standing by. Judah?
And Ryan Seeger. Number 2, Steven Fernandez.
Hey, Trev. Are we close?
Nathan Jaspers.
Sorry, I totally checked out.
Number 9, Stephen Goals.
I took up.
Number 11, Adam Blackman.
All right.
Number 12,
Live here from Joe Bean Stadium. Just about 3.5 minutes away from first kick here at the field. We're getting the starters ready for Wheaton and Center College. Second round action of the NCAA Division III men's soccer tournament. We'll turn it into the field for the rest of the starters and then the national anthem.
and number 27, Elliot Borge. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor America and those who support our freedom at Jeff Birch is the head coach of Center College. The head coach of Wheaton College is Dr. Michael Giuliano. The NCAA promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. Ladies and gentlemen, only officially certified game personnel are allowed on the field before, during, and after the match. We thank you for your cooperation. The concession stand and restrooms are located under the football grandstands at McCulley Stadium. Official NCAA championship merchandise is for sale at the main entrance to Joe Bean Stadium.
All right, starting lineups and national anthem are in the books. We're just moments away from first kick here at Joe Bean Stadium in round 2 action between Center College from Dansville, Kentucky, and the Wheaton College Thunder, hosts of the Wheaton Pod here. The Wheaton Thunder defeated Transylvania University 3-0 last night in the first round, and Center 2-1 double overtime victors thanks to 2 goals by Ryan Garvey. He has 21 on the year. He's number 14. And Ryan Garvey is now the career leader in goals scored in a single career for Center College with 21, and he's building on it. He tied it with his goal late in the second half with about 19 minutes left to tie up that match with Ohio Wesleyan, and then he won it in the second overtime with a goal assisted by Austin Greer. We were on hand to watch that Ohio Wesleyan Center matchup, and well, the Thunder are confident here with a 3-0 victory over Transylvania, and now here sitting in round 2 with a chance to defend the home turf where they've been so strong all season. Center College has upset potential in mind. They've already taken off the defending national champions, and how often have we seen a team get a big upset win in the first round, go on to do some real big things later on in the tournament. Here's Adam Blackman quickly getting himself into the box, dribbling himself through, tripped up. No foul going to be called here. Blackman was complaining about the physical defense in the box, and right away in the first 30 seconds, the Thunder had a chance, but Zach Sostovic, the senior keeper out of Woodbridge, New Jersey, who made 5 saves and a couple big ones to keep Ohio Wesleyan at bay in that first ball game in round 1 yesterday. Sostovic made a couple of nice plays. Now here are the Thunder possessing. Noah Anthony in the back, and he's got Russo all the way behind him. Kevin Skinker, Steven Russo, Steven Fernandez, and Noah Anthony right to left in the defensive line for the Thunder. Nathan Jaspers, Elliot Borge, and Josh Clark at the midfield. Adam Blackman, Stephen Goals, and Chad Musgraves across the top. One starter who is not on the pitch is Marshall Hollingsworth. He came back for the first time since suffering a torn meniscus on his left knee against Elmhurst College 3 weeks ago. He came back for the first time in the second half last night and scored the go-ahead, what ended up being the winner ultimately in the 67th minute. He scored on an assist by Josh Clark to make it 1-0 Thunder. A Noah Anthony penalty kick a couple minutes later made it 2-0, and an extra goal added on the end made it 3-0 Thunder. Here's a booming free kick from center into the top of the 18, cleared, and a chance to shoot. Blocked by the defense and scooped up by Ryan Seeger. So the first shot on goal goes to Josh Settle, looks like, and Seeger is able to clean it up for the save. He booms this ball way up in the air. Blackman trying to fight for it, as was Greer. It falls down to Skinker. Skinker thought about going inside, chops himself back to the outside. Long through, trying to hit Blackman with it. Instead, it will speed its way out of bounds, I should say, over the end line. Austin Greer, a senior midfielder from Bowling Green, Kentucky. He assisted Ryan Garvey on the winner in double overtime yesterday. Well, it was a great goal for Garvey. His second of the game. Robbie Tarver, a junior defender out of Houston, Texas. Sean Dunn, a freshman defender from Dallas, Texas. Cameron Miller, a sophomore forward out of Nicholasville, Kentucky. Here's a ball that Stephen Goals is trying to come out and get, as is the keeper, Sosnovic, and he'll just boot it into the stands in the student section. Thunder will have a throw and edge the attacking third. No score, 3rd minute. Blackman on the ground. Crosses in a long ball, loops itself through the 6. Musgrave's trying to keep it in play. He does with the right foot. And instead, no, it did go over the end line. Be a goal kick for Sosnovic. Jack Gobler is a junior forward from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Ryan Garvey, the senior forward from Louisville, Kentucky. Jeremy Carlson, the big man in the back, sophomore defender out of Seattle, Washington, out of the Sounders program up there. Andy Carroll, the senior midfielder from Louisville. Miles Hill, a sophomore defender from Cincinnati. And Josh Settle, the senior forward out of Bowling Green and Javanon High School. Ball played into the middle for Elliot Borge. Rotates it back to Jaspers. Helps it near side for Anthony. Noah takes one dribble up, trying to hit Musgraves, cutting through on a through, and it's denied and sent away by Miles Hill and out of bounds. The goal for Hollingsworth yesterday, his 7th. Anthony had another one as well for Wheaton. Ryan Garvey has 21 for center. Here's Anthony, a chance to cross. He gets well under it. It's getting to Skinker, who's unmarked. He has a chance to shoot. It's on the ground and it's loose, and a defensive save made by Carlson and sent way out of bounds. Skinker was unmarked, joining the attack on the far side of the box and had trouble squaring it up, but he sent it through in a direction where the keeper couldn't get it, and Carlson had to make the defensive save on the line. So it will be a Thunder corner kick for Adam Blackman as soon as this ball was sent out. Anthony and Blackman to the far side. Anthony, who takes these services on the corner kicks and set pieces, has a good feel for them. Left foot in swing. Here he comes. Loops its way. Goals rising for a header. Instead it sails through everyone and will go over the end line. Looking for a deflection. He won't get it. It'll be a center goal kick. So Sosnovic to take it. So starting for the Thunder, in goal, Ryan Seeger. Pitched another shutout, his 6th of the year, against Transylvania last night in the 3-0 win for Wheaton. We mentioned Fernandez, Anthony, Russo, and Skinker in the back. Borge, Clark, Jaspers in the middle. Adam Blackman, Chad Musgraves, and Stephen Goals up top. This ball played near side. Center is in their road whites now. They were wearing their black jerseys yesterday. As they move left to right here. Here's Ryan Garvey guiding himself into the attacking half. Elliot Borge is marking on him here. Garvey will play it all the way back to Carlson over the midfield stripe. Carlson, Goltz riding hard on him. pushed him down. No foul called there. His goals will match Carlson's physicality, I should say. There's no doubt about that. Here's Skinker being pulled by his jersey, and that's a foul. That'll be against Cameron Miller, who's the man who assisted Garvey's first goal yesterday. Free kick for Wheaton. Jaspers plays to Russo, back to Jaspers. Now Borge in the middle. He had Goblersch coming on behind him, and he keeps the win. Fernandez plays it back to Jaspers. Josh Settle is right on his back, and Settle is a dangerous shooter as well. Here's Clark, gets by Miller and tried to send it all along for Blackman and overshot him out of bounds. We saw Josh Settle do a really good job of, when he had possession, making the right decisions, and then when he had the opportunity to shoot, he's got quite a foot. Ball jumps off his foot. Throw in coming for Center College. This ball turned around, touched away, out of bounds. Center will maintain possession as they're attacking third. Center now 15 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws. Thunder a similar record. They're 16-3-3. Only 1 win better than Center so far this year. Same amount of losses, same amount of ties. Here's Carlson dribbling his way on that far side. Touched away once by Blackman. Help to Stephen Goltz on that far side touchline. Thunder have a chance to counter. Here's Clark trying to sprint his way through. A nice ball. He gets it to Stephen Goltz. He turns it around on that far sideline. Now he'll wait for some help. Brings himself back in toward the box. Leaves it on for Clark. Clark shoots to the post. It's deflected away. Musgrave settles in. Scores. Thunder by a goal. Musgraves put it in. No. Offside against the Thunder. The linesman had his flag up 5 yards from the goal line, and Musgrave's ball that was put in is called back. So you can take the lead off the board for Wheaton. We're at the 7.5 mark. The Thunder are still tied here at 0-0. So it was a counterattack that was guided by Clark and goals, and the great cross in. Here's Skinker, throws it into the middle nicely, and Goals leaves it on for Borge here. Borge back heel, it goes to Jaspers with room. Nathan guides himself across, shoots it to the near side for Anthony. Anthony steps over, looking to work his way back into the box, but he's cut off by Greer. Sent away, but Musgraves gets in front. Musgraves into the middle, trying to get a shot, but it was deflected at the point of attack, and it comes out to Garvey. Garvey cuts himself in toward the middle, and Fernandez running him hard. A nice through up to Greer, though, and Russo's trying to beat him to the spot. Russo does. He'll play it back to the inside and give it to Anthony. Nice piece of work by Russo to get to that ball. Anthony up to Musgraves. Musgraves has an outstanding junior year. Playing up to Blackman, steps in front, is able to win possession. Through ball up to Goals. Goals cut off, shoots it somehow. Worked around, gets deflection as he was trying to get it toward the post. It will be a corner kick. Now that's outstanding effort from the Thunder for Blackman to reach out and keep control of that ball and make that an opportunity for goals at the net. Into the 10th minute, Anthony and Blackman now on the near side. Plays it near side to Blackman. He'll leave it to Anthony. He's got it on his right foot, and he'll chip it all the way in, looking for a helping header. Russo went into the air to try to grab it. He could not. And it's thrown out by the keeper, Sosnovic, and Borge steps over and wins it instead. Borge, up it goes to Blackman. Blackman stops the route, 20 yards out. Blackman, Carlson makes the tackle and dislodges it. Sends it back in for Miller. Miller's attempt to go sideline was cut off by Skinker, and the Thunder possess again. Russo into the middle for Jaspers. Nathan near side, it comes for Anthony. Oh, Anthony tried to keep it in. He took a bit of a false step, making it its way back to Jaspers, and it was taken away by Miller. He went to Goblersch. Now Center possesses, going back to front. Sent on up the field, Jaspers Chest touch, trying to get it toward Borge. Gobler got in front of it. Now Garvey dribbles across the midfield stripe for center as they go on the attack. Gobler's trying to hit Garvey with the through ball, and he's got it to him. He's got it on his right foot. He shoots, and Seeger knocks it down. Had the save, turned it around, and center still has possession in the box. Try to get a shot up. They can't over the end line. My goodness, the Thunder dodge a big bullet there. Ryan Garvey had it on his right foot, a chance to score and put center on top. Seeger got on top of it with a save, but couldn't fully grasp it. Had to have his defense help out, and then when it came back out to Gobler for a shot, he mishit it and went over the end line. So Seeger comes up big in his first attempt, although it took a while to make sure that was a safe play for Wheaton. Now here's Borge on the near side. Ryan Garvey has now got a shot on goal. Musgraves dribbles to the near side corner, crosses it on the left foot. It comes right into the arms of Sosnovic. So we're still scoreless, 11.5 minutes in here from Joe Bean. You can't say enough about the talent of Ryan Garvey, single-handedly putting this team into the second round of the tournament with his 2 goals against Ohio Wesleyan yesterday. Nearly put the Colonels on top here in the first half, but Seeger came up big. Now here's Jaspers cutting through to meet Andy Carroll in the middle. Carroll was cautioned yesterday. Anthony controls. Anthony playing on up for goals. Goals touches to himself, trying to turn it around for Musgraves, who took the middle on a run. Here's Josh Settle. Settle's got it. He's going to hit Garvey again, and it's scooted over the face of Fernandez, who was the one trying to intercept, but a little too much on the ball anyway. Here's Skinker working around Andy Carroll in the middle. Back to Borge. So Carroll is starting to piece some things together offensively. And the Thunder got one in the back of the net on a Chad Musgraves goal, but it was called off for offside according to the side judge. It would have been 1-0 Thunder, and then Ryan Garvey's shot just a couple minutes ago was saved by Seeger. That's where we're at so far. No score. 32.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Anthony cuts this one off, gets in front again. Josh Settle cuts it in front for Center College. Settle on his left foot plays in back toward the circle for Garvey. He's got Josh Clark riding his hip. Center calms it a little bit as they piece some passes together. It's the freshman defender, Sean Dunn. Now the senior Garvey trying to hit his teammate Cam Miller on a through ball, but it was nicely read by Russo. Similar styles for the Thunder and Center. Get the ball in midfield and try to hit on through balls. Here's Clark trying to go right side, but it was read nicely and taken away by Miles Hill. Far side, back heel flick. Good run on for Center. Settle in the middle. Comes near side for Greer. Greer dribbles himself back toward the top of the 18. He's about 23 yards out on his left foot. Skinker comes over hard to clear, and he's fouled by Greer in the process. Second time that Kevin's been fouled in this ballgame. Play now in the attacking half. Dunn gets there, and we'll just rotate it back to Sosnovic. The keeper, number 1. Mentioned his 5 saves that he made yesterday. The 1 goal allowed was in the first half. But a strong second half defensively from Center. Very strong. For Ohio Wesleyan yesterday, they had so many chances for more than 1 goal on set pieces and corner kicks and things of that nature, and they just couldn't put anything in the back of the net. A long boot forward. Now played more in the middle third. Skinker across the midfield stripe. Had it cut off by Miller and was sent out of bounds for a Thunder throw. Ohio Wesleyan outshot Center College yesterday, but they only had the 1 goal. Here's Jaspers in the middle circle. Comes near side for Anthony, plays up to Musgraves. Musgraves cuts off the ball. Greer takes it away. Now into the back it comes for Jeremy Carlson. Ball comes up on Greer, nearly got him in the hand. Instead, it's Goals who maintains possession. Now Anthony Anthony turns it around on the near side, goes back into the middle for Jaspers. Nathan turns it around, sends it upfield in the direction of goals, knocked away by the defense, now played by Settle. Settle looking for Miller on that left side. He'll travel all the way through, and Russo will let it go out of bounds. He'll take a throw and quickly play to Skinker on the far side. Skinker will change field, near side for Noah Anthony. We'll keep an eye on the rest of scores in the Division III men's soccer national tournament as well, and the different pods going on, especially in the Midwest region here. Here's Jaspers, ball on his right foot as he streaks himself in toward the box. Past Carlson, he comes. He's met at the point of attack by Miles Hill. Coming back his goals to re-get it. Borge near side for Anthony. Jaspers to Borge, chips it high into the air. Top of the 18, headed away by Hill. Borge redirecting with Garvey. Back it comes to Russo. Last night's game featured the comeback of Marshall Hollingsworth, and he scored the go-ahead goal when the Thunder were needing something offensively. He gave it to him. His 7th goal of the year. The freshman, the CCIW Conference Newcomer of the Year. He's not on the starting 11 tonight either. Just want to at least limit his minutes and need him when they have to, Coach Giuliano's philosophy. Or if they figure he'd provide an advantage, when yesterday it showed that he does provide an advantage when he's on the field, no doubt about it. Here's Clark coming over hard. Ball ricochets around. Jaspers has it go off his left foot into Fernandez. Fernandez helps it forward for Clark. Clark retreats with the ball, settles, midfield strike. Blackman looking around to try to win it with Cam Miller. Up and down it comes. Cleared high and away. Still in the Thunder edge of the attacking half. Musgraves trying to deaden and settle. He cannot. It's cleared away. Anthony keeps it in play. Ball plays back to Fernandez. Stevens sending it forward. Goals is in the vicinity, headed away by Miles Hill. Brought down nicely by Anthony, pass across from Greer on the far sideline, dancing his way. Knocked off and fouled. Nope, out of bounds it goes. It'll be a throw or center. Still no score, 27 minutes to go in this first half of second round action between Wheaton and Center. Wheaton defeated Transylvania 3-0 last night. Center took care of Ohio-Wesleyan in double overtime, 2-1. So there will be a new champion. There will also be a new runner-up as Calvin College suffered a loss to DePauw yesterday in round 1 action. And the winner of this pod will face the winner of Dominican and DePauw in River Forest. And that game was supposed to be played today but has been delayed due to weather. We've had some bad weather being floated through the area that ended up delaying the Wheaton Thunder football game earlier today by about an hour. But when we finally got that underway, the Thunder were able to take care of North Park University 55-7 and remain on the bubble with a shot at going to the Division III playoffs. Selection Sunday will be tomorrow. This ball ricocheted around. Clark wins it, trying to hit middle circle for Borge, but instead coming over to win it is Andy Carroll. Playing forward in the direction of Greer. Fernandez looked to clear. Greer trying to keep it in play. He got a right foot to it as Seeger came way off his line to try to punch it away. That ball had some awkward spin. And Seeger will have a goal kick now at the edge of the 6-yard. So focusing here on the central quadrant is what they're calling it. Loris and St. Scholastica had a first-round matchup, and Loris was able to win that one. Here's a ball in the attacking half. Blackman had it. Now Clark goes back to Blackman. Blackman 20 yards out. Blackman at the edge of the box in the center. A lot of defense there to work around. Decides to try to play it back to Musgraves. It scoots through the corner of the box, and Musgraves comes back out to collect near sideline. Chad drops it back to Anthony. He's got goals working in the middle, and Chad next to him. He'll feed Chad just outside. Gets one touch to it. A reaching out by Blackman to try to make a play on it, but the Colonel defense is able to be there instead. The ball will slice its way all the way through into the Thunder defensive half, and Russo comes back to collect. Loris, ranked second in the country, has hosting their own pod, and they defeated St. Scholastica 1-0 today to advance to the second round. A handball against Scholes here. And they will face CCIW North Park, who defeated WashU 4-1 today. North Park, 12 wins, 2 losses, 5 draws. Of course, the runners-up in the CCIW regular season and conference tournament. Carlson, a long left-footed boot all the way in. Fernandez heads it away. Another high ball still in the center attacking goal. Clark comes over hard looking to win, and Skinker will get a right-footed clearance and he'll go out of bounds. Thrown in, Carlson. Clark was able to clear initially, but now a chance to cross it in for Carroll. It's settled by Garvey. Garvey turning around, wanting to shoot, and Fernandez got in front of him at the last second. You know, Ryan Garvey doesn't need much room in order to get a shot off, but Fernandez was able to deny him at the last opportunity. Musgraves can't possess. Anthony gets it on the near sideline, turning it around, keeps it in play, feeds back to Fernandez. Steven on the right foot sends forward. Clark trying to settle or leave it for Blackman. Instead it goes high into the air, and Jaspers directs a header back to Josh. Josh looking for a through ball to goals. Goals got it on left foot, shoots it high.
Into the game for the Thunder, number 13, Mitchell Parr.
Mitchell Parr will enter the ball game for Chad Musgraves on the left forward position. Continue to keep Hollingsworth on the bench. Mentioned he didn't come in until the second half yesterday. Goal kick coming up for Sosnovic here. So Loris will meet North Park tomorrow afternoon in Dubuque with a chance to go to the Sweet 16. More round 2 action. Carleton hosting a pod. Lost today to Carroll, a 7-loss Carroll automatic qualifying team. And Carroll defeated Carleton 1-0 as another ball gets loose on the pitch. It'll be a throw-in again for Center College as they'll bring in a couple more substitutions. 22.5 minutes now remaining in the first half. We're a quarter of the way home. Still no score. We've had a couple close calls. Chad Musgraves put a goal in the back of the net that was called off due to an offsides penalty. And Ryan Garvey's had a couple chances at the net. One real good chance that Seeger was able to save. This ball rolled to Miles Hill. Good size in the back between Hill and Carlson for Center. Turned around here by Greer. Greer helping it to Settle. Settle being guarded by Jaspers. Jaspers applying some high pressure. Now Parr on the other end. It'll be a throw incoming for Wheaton. Off of Settle and out of bounds. Whistle blows. It'll be a throw in. It'll be a center substitution, so.
Coach, he's part of my team. He's making the call. I haven't seen that happen in about 4 years. Well, you know what? Get up to date then. Come on, 12, bring the ball. Your college get up to date. They've never done it.
Wow, so a little bit of
End of the game for center number 15, Alex Seither.
verbal sparring going on between Giuliano and the referees. I can't understand what happened there except for the lead referee conferred with the side judge. The fourth extra official is the extra official who made the call. That center should have the throw-in and thus make the substitution after Wheaton was awarded the throw-in. So Tony DeLuise, the referee, overturns his own call after giving Wheaton the throw after it was deflected off Settle out of bounds. But in the grand scheme of things, not a big deal. It does allow Center to make a substitution, though, with the possession. And it's kind of an odd head scratcher of a call, and hope something bigger doesn't take place because of it. Coming up on 20 minutes to go for the first half. Still no score. Center and Wheaton This ball will trickle itself all the way through, trying to hit Ryan Garvey. Garvey kept himself onside, though. Garvey dribbles his way in, trying to slide something into Cam Miller in the box. Skinker will circle it around and clear it way high and into the stands. Out of bounds.
Into the game for the Colonels, number 3, George Leventis.
So Carroll, after upsetting Carleton in the Central Quadrant, will take on the winner of Gustavus Adolphus and UW-Platteville. And that ball has gone final, and it looks like it was a scoreless draw and went into PKs after a couple overtimes. And Platteville won the shootout 3-2. So University of Wisconsin-Platteville will continue their strong season. They're moving on. They'll take on Carroll College in the second round of the Carleton Pod. Fernandez sends this one forward. Goals chops it down to Borge. Borge plays it back to Jaspers. The Thunder go on the attack. Under 20 minutes now, 19 minutes remaining in the half. Played near side for Anthony. Anthony shoots it forward, looking for a running header, and it's sent away.
Thunder corner kick.
By Jeremy Carlson. And it'll be a Wheaton Thunder corner kick. Loris and North Park, Carroll, and UW-Platteville. The 4 teams at the top of the Central. Here's one coming in. Blackman spins his way in toward the 18. Blackman trying to split the double team and work into the middle. He's got it on his right foot, loses it for a brief time. Anthony shoots, and it's blocked at the top of the 18 and cleared. Now Cam Miller dribbles on the far side with a chance to counter. Garvey running up behind him, trying to play it up to Garvey after cutting back in the middle. A good idea, but the Thunder defense was able to recover. Anthony sending it forward, trying to find Blackman on a sprint through into the box. He's tripped up. No whistle there. It comes all the way back out to the keeper, Sosnovic. Defense on that left side being applied by Robbie Tarver. Sosnovic's boot knuckles itself into the air, comes to the turf once. Fernandez coming over hard. Oh, it's played to Garvey. Garvey's there trying to find Greer with the ball in the middle, and Seeger calls everyone off and scoops it up about 7 yards out. Good communication by Seeger with his defense. This is a looping one that hits DeLuise, the referee, in the middle circle. Couldn't see that one coming on that low line drive. George Leventis entered the ball game and played midfield for the Colonels a little bit ago, and he plays this one. Back to Sean Dunn. Up the pitch it goes. Jaspers cutting himself through. Now Parr looking to find back to Nathan. Turned around by Greer with Parr riding his back, and Dunn has to send it forward with Mitch charging on him. Fernandez comes all the way back, and he'll just send it to the keeper, Ryan Seeger. Ryan booms this one over the midfield stripe. Blackman directs a header back in toward the middle. Hits the pitch once, spins itself down to goal, so comes back to Adam. Man on pressure to worry about. On this far side with Cam Miller. Back and forth, Skinker and Blackman. Now Borge dribbles himself through the middle, cuts the pass back to Jaspers. Rotates to the near side for Noah Anthony. Noah, the sophomore transfer, crosses it in all the way through the box. Had Blackman on the far side, but he'll carry everything and go out of bounds for a center throw.
Into the game for center, number 22, Tyler Daniels.
Here's Tyler Daniels. We saw him. He brings some speed to the top of the formation for center. Looks like that's what he's in there to do here for the final 16 minutes. Austin Greer will get a breather. Noah Anthony will have his job marking up against him. At least when play is directed to this left side. Headed back now is set down by Goals. Goals still fighting for it on that far sideline. Colonel defense is able to get to it. Pretty big 16 minutes left in this first half as either side looking for the advantage. Turned around here by Leventis. Playing on the far sideline, Leventis reaches out, can't get it. Clark does instead for Wheaton. Blackman trying to find it back into the middle, taken away by Alex Seether. Borge directs it back to Fernandez, dribbles himself into the middle circle, shoots it on up for Goals. Goals, a soft touch back to himself, and now Borge again in the middle circle. Elliott on the right side to Skinker. Skinker finds Blackman. Skinker making a run through. Blackman trying to shoot something up. Taken away, helped into the box where Goals is at, and will just spin itself all the way through into the arms of Sosnovic. A lot of second round action still to be played tomorrow. Here's Borge in the middle circle. Elliott sends it forward looking for Parr, and Sosnovic is there, and Sosnovic will scoop it up. Under 15 minutes now remaining in the first half. Borge had the right idea, trying to find Mitchell Parr on a run against Sean Dunn. Sent on forward by Sosnovic. Rousseau goes in the air with the header. And it will be a foul called against Garvey. Pushing in the back of the 18 in orange. So Garvey called for it. Brian's been relatively quiet since the beginning of this first half when he had a couple of shots. Of course, his impact doesn't necessarily have to be scoring goals. He's got a lot of assists to his name as well. Here's Anthony trying to work around his man Daniels. He does. Now one to the outside. Sean Dunn right on his back, and Dunn does an effective job defending. There'll be
Into
a
the
goal
game
kick.
for the Colonels, number 24, Jacob Trumbull.
Jacob Trumbull will enter the contest. Cam Miller will get a breather for the final 13:40. So Trumbull comes into the game.
Also in for center, number 4, Andrew Amend.
Josh Settle will come off as well and be relieved in favor of Andrew Amend, sophomore from Cincinnati.
And number 20, Pavel Terselich.
And they'll continue to bring the stunted substitutions in. And Ryan Garvey will take a spot on the bench as well. Here's Goals with the left foot, trying to find Mitch Parr. Slides itself up in the air by Miles Hill. A good header by Blackman in the direction of Parr. Parr making a run. He's able to get to it, keep it in play on this far side for Blackman. Blackman thought about going inside, now goes out. Dribbles himself back into the box. He's cut off by the defense. Back in and kicked away by the keeper. Still losing the top of the 18. Finally comes out to Borge. Center having some trouble looking to clear it. Robbie Tarver was over there defending Blackman. Anthony into Jaspers. Back to Noah. Scoots itself through. Borge will help it on back to Russo again. Russo shoots it far side for Skeeker. A little too much on it. Goes out of bounds. So center, who has a lot of subs in now for the final 12 minutes, trying to get some fresh blood to attack offensively for the Thunder. He's got still a lot of their regulars out there on the pitch. Looking to maybe take control, and both sides, of course, wanting that go-ahead goal. Center's been limited in their offensive attacks, but they were yesterday as well, and they made the most of them. Obviously, with getting the win in double overtime. Anthony helps it on to Parr. Parr tripped up as he tries to win this ball. Gets back up, and Dunn clears it out of bounds. Parr will make a throw, and instead of taking it quickly, he'll see if he can't power something into the box. He steps up, gets into it, and rifles it in. Pretty good pace. Clark streaking in for it. Here's Blackman trying to keep it with a win. Jaspers as well. Tipped high and away and cleared toward that out-of-bounds line, and it'll still be a Thunder throw on that far sideline. Jaspers to take it. Jaspers instead will leave it for Mitchell Parr, who will do the same thing again. Parr approaches and fires it in toward the box. Goals in the vicinity. It comes back out to Mitchell. Mitch takes a spill a bit as he crosses it back into the box again. Clark's in there, directs the header back toward the post, but Sosnovic able to scoop it up. Not much harm there. 10.5 minutes remaining in the first half, still no score. Wheaton's threatened offensively a couple of times. They had one shot go in the back of the net, but Musgraves was called for offsides. Russo fighting for the ball on this far sideline now, out of bounds. And it'll be a center throw on the far sideline. Russo does not agree, but it will stay with the Colonels. Center to make a throw, and they do. Here it comes in toward the box. Headed away once by Russo, and threatening to go over the end line. It does. It'll be a goal kick. Last touched by Pavel Tursulich, the sophomore midfielder from Austin, Texas. So the rest of the Central region, we've kept an eye on it. It'll be North Park and Loris to win the Loris pod tomorrow. Carroll and University of Wisconsin Platteville tomorrow to decide the Carleton pod. Of course, Wheaton and Center playing right now for the Wheaton pod as it's into the back for Fernandez, near side Anthony. And Dominican and DePaul were scheduled to play today in the River Forest Dominican pod. As goals comes over hard and sent to the turf, nothing there. Sent all the way back into the box, and Seeger will come out and scoop it. 9 minutes remaining in the half. Dominican and DePaul, Carroll and Platteville, North Park and Loris. All those second round games to be played tomorrow. The Thunder have a chance to be the first team to punch a ticket to the Sweet 16, as does Center have a chance to be the first team to go to the Sweet 16 in this Center region. Central quadrant, I should say. Borge now back it comes to Russo in the middle circle. Jaspers on the right side, sends it over to Borge. Borge a soft left touch. Back it comes to Russo. Russo thought about coming back to Fernandez, keeps it himself on the left foot, has it punched high into the air. Spins its way on that far sideline. Blackman will let it go out of bounds. Thunder will maintain possession with a throw here. Skinker plays it on up to Blackman. Blackman steps over. Now settles, dribbles inside, chips it with his left foot toward the box, knocked away by Hill. Comes on back toward Clark, cleared away. Borge is going to reconvene for the Thunder about 30 yards out. Fires it into Parr. Parr has Anthony running behind him, instead comes inside to Borge. Borge dribbles on his left foot about 20 yards out. Borge turns around, feeds it back to Parr again. Parr lines it up, looking for Blackman to make a run, and the flag was not up. He was onside. Here's Jaspers heading it back onto Russo. Russo cuts it down. Anthony keeps in the attacking half for the Thunder. Borge changes field, goes right side for Skinker. Skinker settles, has Jaspers running to the outside, plays it himself. Back and forth with Blackman. Skinker now up he comes to Goals. Goals trying to turn around on his left foot, knocked off the ball by Miles Hill. Daniels clears it away, back to Fernandez, and up to Anthony. Thunder look to continue to attack. They want to treat this as the end of regulation rather than the first half, because they know the importance of getting a lead. Oh, a good ball coming into Parr. Parr needs to get something off. He shoots. He missed it just over the face of a charging keeper, Sosnovic. Sosnovic forced the issue, and Parr had a chance. He had the right height, had the right idea, but it just sailed over the face and past the keeper. Over the end line for a goal kick. Another close call. Thwarted by the Colonels and missed by the Thunder. Clark takes a spill, looking to win this ball. Falls at the feet of Blackman. Now Skinker sends it forward. Goals cuts it off. Goals does a nice job to keep it in play. Parr muscling his way. And he's sent to the turf. No whistle. Borge keeps it. Back it comes to Jaspers. Fernandez recovers. Fernandez, not much of a touch here to Jaspers, and it's taken away by Amend. Amend plays it back to Hill. Hill sends it forward back into the middle. Fernandez looking to cut it off. Touch comes back onto Clark. He lets it run. Hill shoot with the right foot, and it gets deflected away. It'll be a goal kick. Just sailing over the end line. Pretty good pace on that ball from Clark. Encouragement being given on the Thunder sideline. As it does on the center sideline as well. This ball hit up high into the air. And there's a foul going to be called against Center. Russo fighting for position against Pavel Tursulich. Tursulich called for the foul. Had something to say to the referee. The referee didn't want to hear it. Seeger sends it forward. Clark with the right foot wanted to bring it down, and he is called for the foul, working against Andrew Amen. 5 minutes remaining in the first half, scoreless between Center and Wheaton. Of course, Wheaton was scoreless at the half yesterday with Transylvania. Then we're able to come out with a 1-0 advantage. Then it went to 2-0 and finished as 3-0. Russo sending it forward. Borge touches back to himself. Skinker sends it forward with the left foot for Blackman. Borge brings it back. Into the middle, Carlson cuts it off. Left side, Tarver. Tarver being pushed off the ball by Clark. Hill changes field near side for Dunn. Parr applying some pressure as he shoots it up for Daniels. Daniels looking it back for Terselich. Touched away out of bounds. 3:50 to go in the first half. Up the sideline it goes. Daniels gets a foot to it. Parr being shoved off by Daniels. He takes a spill. It'll be another center throw. Daniels near side. Sending on up in the direction of Amen. Fernandez will roll it away. Oh, his chance to throw is cleared away by Terselich, and his touch is a little too far and scooped up by Seeger. Boy, the Thunder a little sloppy in the defensive end, but that time it didn't come back to hurt him. Terselich may have had a chance, as well as Amen at the net. This ball's thrown in, but it never was in bounds. He threw that ball and it was out of bounds for half the distance, and they continued playing. Referees missed that one badly. Wow, I think the referee's starting to not get the control of this game that he wants. Here's Goals trying to find Blackman on a through. Blackman couldn't get it initially, and Carlson, I think he expected Carlson to come out and win that ball. Blackman working around the defense. Blackman sliding himself through at the edge of the goal box. Sliding through, he still got it. Blackman end line, trying to keep it in play. Touched away by Carlson and out of bounds.
Thunder corner
kick. Center had a throw on that far sideline that hit the ground and traveled half of the distance out of bounds before it went in play. And the Thunder couldn't believe it. It wasn't called. And the sideline judge just checked out. The referee didn't see it either. Now will be a corner kick. Anthony on the far side, left foot in swing. 2 minutes in the first half. Anthony, a low line drive, sends it over, and Carlson meets it with a header and clears it. Terselich against Jaspers wins the ball. Comes back to Amen. Terselich changing field all the way to Daniels. Daniels has a chance. Daniels gets by Fernandez. Daniels now, Steven recaptures it against Tyler. Daniels turns around, dribbles himself back in toward the box. Working against Fernandez. Still got it on his right foot. Continues to possess. Thinking about going to the outside. He's blocked there by Fernandez, and it goes out of bounds. Will stay a center throwing on this near sideline at the edge of their attacking third. 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Comes back to Dunn. Dunn back to Daniels. Daniels shoots it in the direction of Amen. Blackman works around him. Parr does instead, and this is a foul against Daniels as Parr was sent to the turf. And the referee intimately talking with Daniels. Free kick for the
1 minute. There is 1 minute remaining in the first half.
There's the 1 minute warning. Russo directs a header back in toward Clark. Chipped high in the air with some backspin at the 18, and Seeger will wait a couple of bounces before he scoops it up. Pulls it out to Russo and comes back to Seeger. 40 seconds now for the half. And the Thunder may have to go into halftime with another scoreless ball game like they had last night. Sent forward to Blackman. Blackman has it in the attacking half. Blackman takes the middle. Shoved off the ball. Comes back to Borge with 25 seconds. Elliott working around the defense. Elliott being shoved out by Daniels, and Daniels will clear it out of bounds. Parr will take it quickly and see if he can't fire something in all the way into the box in the final 10 seconds.
10.
He rifles
9,
it in, headed away,
8,
and still loose.
7,
travels across the
6,
face.
5,
over the end line.
4,
A goal kick.
3, 2, 1.
So neither side can gain an advantage in the first half.
The
Wheaton
halftime
Center
score,
tied at
Wheaton
0.
0, Center 0.
And we'll get the more scores in. Mississippi College upset number 20 Whitworth earlier today, 1-0. Wesleyan and Haverford tied at 1-1 at halftime. RPI and Christopher Newport, RPI a 1-0 lead into the second half. All right, now we're ready for second half action between Wheaton and Center. The Thunder in their home orange will move from left to right as we see it. And starting at the top of the formation on the left side is Marshall Hollingsworth. So Hollingsworth is back, much like he did last night, sitting out the first half, and will come back to start the second half. There's a shot. Oh, it sails wide early for Adam Blackman. A clearance by the keeper, Sosnovic, comes right at the feet of Blackman, who tried to respond with a shot at the net, and he couldn't do it. Oh, man. Don't see many opportunities like that right in front of you. And Blackman sent it wide. Sosnovic puts it in the middle circle, so already a first chance for the Thunder. Much like that first half, they had an opportunity right away. Center was also shut out in the first half against Ohio Wesleyan yesterday, but came back to score a goal thanks to Ryan Garvey's ball, assisted by Cam Miller in the second half with about 20 minutes left to tie the one up, and then they won it in double overtime. Colonels possess, settle. Leaves the ball on that far sideline. Anthony over to cut it off. Still won by Garvey, and as flag is up for a foul against Noah Anthony. Set piece coming up for Center in attacking range. Swarthmore defeated Albert Mangus 3-0. They'll take on the winner of RPI and Christopher Newport. So now a set piece for Center College with a chance to strike about 10 yards from the end line outside of the 18. It'll be Tarver to send it in off his left foot. He's got it. He sends it in, loops it in, and Russo gets a header to clear it away. Tarver comes back to recover, and he sends it all the way back in toward the box. Everyone's offside, though, and it scoops into Seeger. There are about 3 white jerseys behind the Thunder defense. Anthony will send it forward. Blackman now on this right side. In the middle it comes to Borge. Out him a little bit of room, flips it up the middle to Clark. Mitchell Parr also part of the starting formation at the top for Wheaton. Borge slides it near side for Skinker. Skinker battling with possession for the ball. Foul called, and it's going against Robbie Tarver on the near side.
Knock down, Robbie, knock down!
So the Thunder will have a set piece from much the same area that Center did just a moment ago, a little bit further distance, about 25 yards out. Blackman and Anthony in the vicinity. They'll set up a little bit of a two-man wall, and Tarver isolated on defense at the top of the box. Comes Anthony, he sends it in a line drive looking for a header, but it's headed away instead by Carlson. Skinker rolls it away to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth back and forth with Borge. Thunder continue to possess against the grain of the Center defense being brought up with high pressure. Borge looking to go back and forth with Hollingsworth. Marshall plays it on back to Fernandez. Steven on his right foot crosses field in the direction of Blackman, but Tarver heads it away. Coming back to Settle in the middle. Settle sends it near side for Garvey. Garvey against Russo. Garvey dribbles himself on his right foot. Wanted to play it back into the top, and Jaspers blocked his attempt. Went back and forth with Cam Miller, who was offside, so didn't go after the ball. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be a Thunder throw. Skinker will take it Up to Borge. Borge having trying to play it back, and Garvey making a quick attack on it, but Russo's able to clear. Headed back into the Thunder defense. Jaspers a leg, Russo a kick, and Jaspers helps it away. Off of Goblersch in the middle. Blackman gets a right foot to it, trying to work his way around Tarver. Back it comes. Garvey sliding himself in the attacking half. Fernandez bringing high pressure. Garvey with room in the middle. Comes over to the right side for Andy Carroll. Anthony coming on hard to attack Austin Greer on that far side. Carroll comes in, but it's taken away by Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth plays it to Blackman on the right side. Adams got himself outside the 18. Now he's got it on the right foot, brings himself in, shoots! Save is made, the cleanup, score! Wheaton is on top! Mitchell Parr put it away! And the Thunder take a 1-0 lead! Mitchell Parr, who had an opportunity in that first half to score a goal, past the keeper. He capitalizes this time, and Wheaton gets on the board first. The assist goes to Adam Blackman. His shot was saved by Sosnovic, and it was a good one, but Mitchell Parr made an outstanding attempt to slide through the box and make that play. A foul called here against Hollingsworth.
The Thunder goal, his second of the year, scored by number 13, Mitchell Parr. Parr with the goal, the assist to number 11, Adam Blackman. Parr from Blackman.
Mitchell Parr, his second goal of the year. Here's a helping header back into the middle of the box, and Russo cuts it off. Looking for a handball. Nothing called here. Borge will help out a volley of headers away. Brought down in toward the box. Flag is up, though, for Garvey being offside. He was offside.
Offside.
A free kick for the Thunder. So Blackman, his shot was saved by Sosnovic, but all for naught as the rebound came out to Parr. And Parr, he had to make, it wasn't your conventional rebound and put away. He had to make a slide and find the proper angle to get it into the box with the keeper down at the net. And it was an opportunity really at the beginning created by Marshall Hollingsworth, who took it away from the center defense and left it for Adam Blackman, who ended up shooting and getting the assist. Now Hollingsworth possesses on the side, feeds Clark. Clark making a run through, and his ball trickles all the way through to Sosnovic. Sosnovic plays it all the way to the near side for Cameron Miller. Working against Borge, and Skinker finds the opportunity to cut him off and does. Miller pushes it out of bounds, so will remain in the Thunder's possession now with a 1-0 advantage. 38.5 minutes to go in the second half here. There'll be a throw-in. Looks like Parr will take it on the near side and try to get it into the box. He will. Good height to it. Headed away. Skinker is able to get to it. Finds it back into Parr. Parr crosses in with the left foot toward the top of the box. Hollingsworth coming on hard. It will send itself all the way to the far side, and Anthony will recover. Noah rifles a left footer in the direction of Blackman, and Sosnovic comes all the way out to scoop it up in the air. Number 10, Susquehanna, tied with Cabrini with 8 minutes left in the first half. Carnegie Mellon already 3-0 winners. Stevens 2-0 winners over Methodist. St. Lawrence and Eastern Connecticut, two teams ranked in the top 20, facing off in the first round, and St. Lawrence advanced to double overtime. Here's the ball that Hollingsworth is trying to catch up to. Tripped up is Clark, I should say, and it goes over the end line. Be a goal kick.
Into the game for the Colonels, number 22, Tyler Daniels.
So Tyler Daniels will come back into the ball game, and Cameron Miller will take a seat. Goal kick coming up for Sosnovic as center moves right to left, Thunder left to right. A Mitchell Parr goal early in the second half has made it a 1-0 advantage for Wheaton. Daniels trying to win this ball in the air. Garvey looking to help him on. Fernandez cuts him off. Daniels still fighting for it, and Daniels will get it. Pokes it back around Fernandez, and Steven clears. Back to Borge, and his right footer goes high into the air and out of the congestion. Hollingsworth looking to turn it back to Parr. Hollingsworth looking to turn around and get closer to it. Cut off by the center defense. In the middle circle comes near side for Carroll. Carroll plays back to Goblersch. Near side Tarver. And out it comes to Carlson. Center calms the pace of play a little bit as they pass around the field with the defense. Looking for the equalizer. Tarver near side. Tarver, I should say. Looking for Daniels. Skinker's over there to cut him off. It is off of Skinker. Will remain with center possession. Ball played now. Goblersch. Borge coming on hard. Goblersch crosses something in toward the box, headed away, and it's off of the post, and Seeger recovers. Oh, a nice opportunity by the Colonels. That looked like Garvey had the header, and he just couldn't put it into the net, off of the post. Jaspers called for the foul against Settle. Turns into a set piece now coming up for center. And the referee is pushing Tarver all the way back here. And it's been a bit of a rough night for the referee tonight. And you tell it's just evidence perfectly right there. Here's Tarver. Send it in with the left foot. Going looking for the header. The rebound comes all the way out to Greer. He'll send it high and wide. Carry everything, and the Thunder will have a goal kick. Been that type of a game now. The Thunder women won earlier tonight 7-0 over Wisconsin Whitewater and advanced to the Sweet 16 round, the sectional round of the NCAA tournament. Put into the Thunder attacking half. Parr is coming over. Hollingsworth creating havoc on that side. Borge gets it in. Parr heads it back down to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth leaves it for Clark. Leaves it for Parr on the left side. Parr slicing it into Blackman. Tripped up. We play on. Looking for a foul in the box, and the referee did not see it that way. Russo met hard by Garvey, and Russo does clear it away. It'll be out of bounds. Blackman trying to hit Skinker on the near side. Pushed away. Here's Russo. Russo into the middle for Fernandez. Thunder had a chance to maybe get a PK there, but the lead official did not call it in favor of the Thunder. Wheaton will look to grab that second goal the conventional way. Skinker back and forth with Blackman. Blackman intercepted by Daniels. Blackman back to Borge here near side Skinker. Elliott in the right channel. Hollingsworth touches back to Elliott. He'll change field to that far side for Parr, who was offside.
Offside.
Parr will go ahead and kick it away. The referee will come over and talk to him because of the delay of game. There'll be a goal kick coming up. Well, a free kick from the keeper, Sosnovic, on this near side.
Hey, what did you ask? You asked was the offside.
Sosnovic sends it forward. Daniels possesses. Daniels leaving it on for Garvey. Garvey working against Russo. Ryan on the near side plays back to Carlson. Carlson sending on up with the left foot. Hits once toward the box in the direction of Goblersch. Skinker gets in front. Good cross in the middle. A shot, and Seeger puts his hands up and saves it. Josh Settle got to it and put it in on frame, but Seeger made the save. This one's sent forward, and Tarver cuts it off with a header. So center has created offensive chances. Garvey trying to slice something to Daniels on this near side corner, and he's got it. Daniels on his right foot, blocked by Skinker out of bounds. We mentioned the offensive opportunities may not be via build momentum by the Colonels, but when they get them, they get good looks. Seegers had to make a couple of saves and had one header go off the crossbar earlier. Tarver will take this throw as he wants to try to put it into the box here. Rears back and fires, sends it in. Helping header, looking for the back post by Settle, and he missed it wide.
Into the game for center, number 15, Alex Seither. And for the Thunder, number 14, Jonathan Clark.
Jonathan Clark comes on the pitch. Josh Clark will exit. And Ryan Seeger will have a goal kick here. Alex Seether comes on for the Colonels. Seeger sends it forward. Blackman looking for a through up to Parr. Parr, good directional header, looking for Hollingsworth, who's cut off by Hill. Sent toward that far sideline. Kept in play. Anthony drags it up. Clark in the vicinity. Hollingsworth on the far side, looking to roll it back into the middle. It's intercepted by Settle. Settle plays up for Garvey. Garvey on the left foot, changes field all the way back to Daniel. Skinker cuts it off. Comes on back to Settle, takes a spill, and a foul against Jaspers. Settle fell under his own power, and Jaspers called for the foul. And Coach Giuliano frustrated for good reason. Every single call has been questionable at best from the lead official. Set piece coming up for center. So the Thunder forced to line up a wall here. Clark, Blackman, Parr, and Jaspers. Tarver, the left footer, sends it in looking for a run, and Seeger comes all the way out to spare it. And he had to be careful to not come out too far, else it would sail his head and just fall into the net. He whips out a throw all the way out to Skinker. Parr chips it on. John Clark looking to win and stretch out, but he's cut off by Tarver. Tarver's had a pretty nice game. Carlson now controls in the back. Hill trying to slide up. Ward wreaking havoc. Hollingsworth down there as well, and he's fouled by Gobler. And he falls right on top of Hollingsworth. Marshall's all right. We'll join the forward formation again. The Wheaton Thunder will take the kick. See, Skinker tried to slide it back to Blackman. Now Blackman got past Tarver. Into the box he comes. Slides itself up and spins itself into the arms of the keeper, Sazovic. Thunder up by a goal, 1-0, but you get the feeling that's a slim lead against the center team that's really put up together very nice attacks in this ball game. Davis trying to keep it in play on that far side. Sean Dunn touched away out of bounds.
Into the game for the Thunder, number 9, Stephen Goals.
Stephen Goals will come back into the ball game, and Adam Blackman will take a seat. So Goals, Hollingsworth, and Parr at the top. Parr will reach back and fire it in toward the box, headed away by Hill, and it will go out of bounds once more, deep in the attacking third. Parr will ride himself back up on top of that landing area on that corner side. Will come down the ramp and fire it home again. It cut itself through the face and deflected off of
Thunder, corner kick.
Gobelish, and it will be a corner kick. So Thunder get a couple of opportunities to send it home, and now we'll get a corner out of it. 27 minutes remaining in the regulation. Wheaton leads by a goal at 1-0. Anthony And Parr on that far side. Anthony is send it forward because I'm going to good height on it. Goals a header. Slides itself through the 6. And brought out by Settle. Settle sends it forward. Jasper's trying to regain himself and make a play. Instead, it's gained. Tarver making a run up past Garvey. Tarver cutting himself in, 20 yards out, sending a good ball. Touched away by Parr. Now Settle, a deep shot from range is blocked by Fernandez. Kept in play. Gobler sends a cross in. Fernandez cuts it off with a header. And now Parr has it on his feet with a dribble as he brings it across. Parr leaves it for Hollingsworth on a through. Hollingsworth deflected away by Hill and out of bounds. That'll be another throw-in deep in the attacking third for Wheaton. Pretty effective counter. 26 minutes remain. Parr comes on. Instead of putting it into the box, he'll just play it on back for Anthony. Anthony back to Mitchell. Parr curves it in with the left foot. Clark is in the area. High header keeps it in play. Falls once about 8 yards from goal. Down goes Clark. We play on. The referee said that he sold that one. Garvey controls. Garvey leaving it near side. Fernandez cuts off that pass for Daniels. Stevens playing strong here in the second half, and Fernandez sends it upfield. Carlson answers. This ball scooting on by Skinker. Garvey looking to control. Whistle blows for offside on Garvey.
Offside.
He got behind Russo trying to find that ball. Skinker had to be careful there. That ball with a lot of English on it. You don't know where it's going to spin. Might be safer to make sure you make contact with it without letting it fall to the turf. Anthony sends it forward for Borge. Into Parr on that far side. He'll shoot it back to Anthony. Now Fernandez. Blocked on the middle of the field here. Center goes on the attack. Try to slide something in. A slide tackle keeps it in favor of center. Garvey trying to chip something through the box. That comes all the way through and will be a goal kick for Seeger. The backfield remains the same for the Thunder with Skinker, Russo, Fernandez, and Anthony. The midfield is now with John Clark in for Josh, Elliot Borge, Nathan Jaspers, and Marshall Hollingsworth, Stephen Goals, and Mitchell Parr across the top of the formation. Borge brings this one down and settles. Thunder lead by a goal, 1-0 over the Colonels. High header here by Tarver. Hollingsworth reaches out and possesses. Has John Clark making a run to the right side, and it's good feed to him. John turns around it, gets control, crosses something in on the ground. It was read nicely. Hollingsworth gets it back, shoots with the left foot for that near side post. Chance to grab out and redirect by Parr. Instead, it was a pretty effective shot that Sosnovic had to come out and save. Sosnovic puts it down and lines it in. Anthony looking to find Hollingsworth. Tarver cuts it off. Tarver wanted to find Garvey forward. Fernandez goes high into the air to win it instead. Clears it away. Carlson took a false step before trying to clear it in goals. Looking to find Hollingsworth, but he led him too far. Carlson drops it in to Seether. Cleared away by Hill. Up for Daniels. Skinker heads it away to Borge. Elliott chips it along this near sideline where Hollingsworth is at. Marshall on his right foot. Rolls it on the ground with the left foot to Borge. Borge steps in. Turns it around again. Comes back and feeds Jaspers. Nathan into the middle circle for Fernandez. Steven for the far side for Anthony. A large touch, but he recovers. Back to Parr. Plays back to Steven. Fernandez sending it forward. Blocked by Dunn. Parr recovers. Advances on to Anthony. Trying to come back to John Clark. We play on after a center. That was Seether that came together with Clark and is still on the ground. But no whistle. Garvey plays to Gobler. Out of the far sideline for Greer. settle now in that far corner. Bringing it against Jaspers. Nathan blocks the chance to cross. Goblersh gets it back, lines something into the box, and Borge sends it away. Goblersh another header. Fernandez answers with another. Borge and Greer in the vicinity. Comes back down to John Clark. He clears it. Foul called. And time to be called for this injury timeout for center. 21:37 reads the clock. It has stopped right there, as Alex Seether was still on the ground. Training staff out to look at him.
Injury substitution for center, number 3, George Leventis.
George Leventis will enter, probably part of his, almost close to his scheduled entry as well, and Seether will come off the pitch under his own power.
Into the game for Wheaton, number 15, Josh Clark.
Josh Clark will re-enter for the Thunder now. Blackman will look to enter at the next opportunity as well. Clark is on, Elliot Borge is off. Jaspers and the Clark brothers will be the midfielders for the next few minutes here. And Seether coming off in some obvious pain. Ryan Seeger will have the kick outside of the 18. Send it forward. Thunder lead by a goal, 1-0. A second half score by Mitchell Parr on the rebound of a shot by Blackman. Here's a good helping header from Josh Clark trying to create something. Nothing there. Instead, Goblersh brings it forward, played in the back to Miles Hill. Hill rotates it to Carlson, advancing on up, looking for Leventis. Now Tarver. Tarver on his left foot changes field. Anthony sends it away. Parr, who's had a strong match, settles and has to go off of him out of bounds. Center will maintain control. Sent forward again, cleared away off the Thunder, and center will maintain possession. Throw-in comes into the box, and Russo heads it away before it could get to Garvey. John Clark rifles it forward, looking for Parr, who's making a run on the left side. Mitchell has it. Mitchell trying to find goals coming back in the corner of the box, but Sean Dunn knew exactly where it was going. He cleared it away. Goblersh trying to help Garvey on that right side, but overshot him by a good distance. Out of bounds for another Thunder throw, and Blackman will re-enter.
In for Wheaton, number 11, Adam Blackman.
And Marshall Hollingsworth will take a seat. So a good few minutes put in by Hollingsworth. And he helped create the goal opportunity after being able to possess the ball away from center. Feed it to Blackman, who created room for himself on the shot. That was originally saved, but the rebound was cleaned up by Mitchell Parr for the 1-0 Thunder lead. Center has been in this position before. In fact, it was just about this time where they scored the equalizer against Ohio Wesleyan. Gobler's trying to keep this in play. It'll be a goal kick, though.
Into the game for the Thunder, number 22, Chad Musgraves.
And Musgraves will enter for Mitchell Parr, who gets a nice ovation as he comes off, having scored the go-ahead goal earlier in this period. He'll be congratulated coming off the pitch. Seeger sends it forward. Helped on. Musgraves, who's just freshly entered, working against Sean Dunn, and Dunn forced to clear it away out of bounds. Edge of the attacking third for the Thunder on the far sideline. 19 minutes remain in the regulation. Thunder lead at 1-0. Wheaton going for a consecutive shutout here in the NCAA tournament. Russo comes back with this ball. Jaspers, now it's sent on up by Anthony. Gets the deflection out of bounds for a Thunder throw. Comes back to Jaspers. Changes field near side for Skinker. Daniels applying some pressure. Skinker opts to go to Russo with the left foot. He comes up to Goals. Goals shoved off the ball. Clark comes back to win it. Goals gets back it again. Feeds Josh Clark, tripped up. They're going to call a foul here. And it'll be a set piece for the Thunder from about 25 yards out. Blackman, Anthony, Borge, and Clark all in the vicinity. 25 yards out from goal. Sosnovic lining up his wall at the top of the box. He wants him to go left a little bit. Now he's ready. Jaspers joins the fray now. Thunder doing some communicating. Clark steps over. Anthony will shoot and sail it high. Had the right idea. Wanted to bend it into the upper 90 with the left foot of the right side, but had much too much height on that ball in order to have a chance. So Sosnovic will have a goal kick coming at his 6-yard box, and he sends it forward. Blackman directs a header to goals. Clark got enough of it. Leventis wins it instead for the Colonels. Greer steps over, and John Clark takes it away. John Clark dancing his way on the far side, and he's cut off by Sean Dunn. Dunn loses it to Musgraves. Tangle of feet going on over there. Clark gets it back. Josh back heel flick comes all the way out to Fernandez. Anthony keeps it in play. Clark rifles something up for goals. Goals a one touch to Musgraves at the edge of the box. Musgraves not going to be able to possess though. Miles Hill makes sure of it. Goal kick coming up for Sosnovic again. 16 minutes, 40 seconds remaining on the ticker of the Center College season. And they know it. But they have the offense that can definitely find the equalizer, much as they did against Ohio Wesleyan yesterday, so it'll be difficult the rest of the way for the Thunder. Wheaton would much rather be comfortable with the 2-0 advantage. Anthony sending up the far sideline looking for goals. Touched away on this near side, and up, down goes Clark. Clark might be hurt. He looks like he may be all right as he comes back up on his hands and knees. Meanwhile, Musgraves leaves it for Jaspers, making a run 25 yards out. He's cut off the ball by Leventis. Out comes Russo, near side for Skinker. Skinker up to Blackman. Blackman near side for Russo again. Steven will change sides and come all the way back to Fernandez. Up to Anthony. Clark perches himself on that far sideline. Anthony will go in his direction, but leaving him making a run. Try to keep the ball in play, and he somehow will on the near side corner. Now rifles it into the box. A header by the defense. Clears it away, but it's over the end line. That could have been dangerous. Miles Hill, if he didn't direct that anywhere else, that could have gone past his own keeper. But Clark made a great job to even get to that ball in the near side corner and send it forward. It'll be a corner kick for Anthony. Anthony approaches. Low line drive, sends it over. Pretty good one. A header, though, keeps it away out of the box. Musgraves retreats it back to Noah. Noah sends it back where it came from. Chance to make another header. It got by the defense, though. Coming out is Hill, fighting for the ball. Left for Jaspers. Jaspers cuts off Hill. Jaspers wins the ball. Hill riding his hip, trying to find for it again. Hill will retreat back into defense. Jaspers comes back. Nathan looking for John Clark, who's getting set to the ground, but he made the touch to goals effective. Skinker is in the area. Garvey as well. Garvey leaves it in for Settle. Settle coming on hard, but Russo doesn't allow him the opportunity. Turn around. Musgraves able to cut him off. Musgraves dribbling his way through. Musgraves still has it tripped up at the top of the box, and the whistle blows. It's going to be a foul drawn by Musgraves, and it's called against Tarver. So the referee played advantage until Musgraves lost possession of the ball. And once he did, they call a foul, and they bring him all the way back out, about 25 yards out again. Noah Anthony had this shot the last time, and he sailed it high. 13 and 50 seconds to go. Touchback, Anthony will shoot again. This time it's low, and it's blocked by the wall. Goblers recovers on the far sideline and rifles it all the way upfield. But Fernandez is there. 13 and a half minutes remain. Russo near side for Skinker. Thunder will be patient with it in the backfield. Jaspers helps a touch on up, and Greer doesn't want him to be patient. He's applying ball pressure wherever he's going. It's touched away and out of bounds. Will be another Thunder throw on the far side. The winner advances to the Sweet 16, the sectional round. Currently, the Thunder are in position to do so with a 1-0 lead over the Colonels. Skinker sends this one forward, hoping someone to make a run. It splits the defense and runs all the way back to Sosnovic. The loser forced to go home. Here's Jaspers. Jaspers in the middle, comes near side for Skinker. Now Blackman, back to Skinker again. Has Clark making a run through, and he was looking to hit him, but he put too much on it. It's over the end line.
Offside.
Offside, the flag was up anyway. That'll be a free kick coming for Sosnovic. He's got quite a leg on him. He can put this one deep into the Thunder half. Dominican and DePaul will do battle tomorrow after DePaul defeated Calvin yesterday. Dominican took care of Webster. That'll be in River Forest. Depending on who the winner is, the opponent and location will be determined who will play the winner of this ball game. Greer helps this one through. Goblish helps it in. Greer with a right footer comes all the way into the air, and Seeger comes down with it. 11:45 remaining here at Joe Bean Stadium, where it's been a busy day of Thunder athletics and hopes to be a continued day of Thunder success. Thunder football and women's soccer have already won. Center is trying to display spoiler to the Thunder, but they've got work cut out here. Garvey, Russo riding his hip, helping the inside. Now Adam coming over to help, as was called by the coaching staff on the sideline, and Garvey rifles it off Russo and out of bounds. Tarver to take the throw. He thought about putting it in the box, instead goes to Carlson. Carlson back to Tarver. Tarver with the left foot, crosses it into the box, headed away by Jaspers and Russo. And it comes out to Musgraves. Anthony sends it forward. Carlson brings it down. With the left foot. Daniels trying to make a run. Seeger coming out with it, and Seeger is able to bring it down. John Clark now. Jaspers, here's man on pressure by Greer. Greer's creating an opportunity. Greer trying to dance around, but Fernandez slides and dislodges it. Big time play by Steven Fernandez. And now Josh Clark the other way, a daft touch. Clark working against Carlson. He shoots, and a save is made by the keeper Sosnovic. And Carlson
for the Thunder, number
sets it over the
25,
end line.
Marshall Hollingsworth. Thunder corner kick.
So up and down it comes after Austin Greer nearly created a self-opportunity at the net. Fernandez did a great tackle with the slide, and Clark got himself a chance to shoot, but Sosnovic saved it. Carlson cleared, and it's another corner kick attempt for Anthony and the Thunder. Hollingsworth enters the pitch. Stephen Goals comes off. Anthony slides it in, headed away by Carlson. Musgraves trying to settle on this far side. Carlson answers with another header. Sean Dunn is in the vicinity. Ball coming around at the feet of Hollingsworth, trying to loop something in toward the box, but instead it's looped over the end line.
Into the game for center number 12, Cameron Miller. And for the Thunder, number 27, Elliot Borge.
Elliot Borge will enter. John Clark will come off. Cam Miller will enter, and Tyler Daniels comes off for center. We're under 10 minutes remaining in regulation. Coming up on 9 minutes. 9 minutes exactly now. Borge directs a header into Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth trying to put the Thunder on the attack. Dunn stretches out and keeps it in play for center. Clark feeds Anthony on this left side. Anthony plays up to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth looking to turn it around. Gets it to Musgraves, and the flag is up late on Musgraves. Free kick for Sosnovic, and he sends it over the halfway stripe. Goberlish and Clark into the air. Borge a good tackle and takeaway, and Hollingsworth goes up the pitch. Hollingsworth continues to take the center. Hollingsworth shoots! Sosnovic saved it, but Blackman cleaned it up. Thunder by 2. Adam Blackman cleans up the shot by Marshall Hollingsworth, and Wheaton is in firm control with a chance for the Sweet 16. Can't say enough about the impact of Marshall Hollingsworth's return to the pitch for the Thunder. He created a chance for the first goal.
Thunder number 3, Joey Lynn.
And now he sends Adam Blackman with the opportunity for the second. His shot was saved by Sosnovic, but
The
Blackman
Thunder
cleaned
goal,
up
his
the empty
11th
net.
of the season, scored by number 11, Adam Blackman. Blackman the goal, the assist to number 25, Marshall Hollingsworth. Blackman from Hollingsworth.
Adam Blackman gets his jersey number of goals now with 11. Here's Garvey trying to help Miller in the box. Miller looking to work around Fernandez, gets a foot to it. Fernandez is the last one to touch. Will be a center corner kick. We're not over yet, but it's a big goal for the Thunder to go up by 2 now with 8 minutes left.
Watch him switch it over, keeper, sir.
It'll be a kick for Tarver. With his left foot, he's into it. Curves it back in toward the post, looking for a header, but Blackman was able to clear it. Hollingsworth trying to give himself another opportunity. Look at him go. He's still got the ball, and he's loose with Musgraves on the far side. Hollingsworth will let his players reconvene and join him up in the attacking half, as Sean Dunn has changed field from his position to come all the way back out. Borge trying to win that ball, got sent to the turf, nothing called. Garvey looking to possess to himself. Fernandez clears it high into the air. It falls once, and Borge was held down by Goberlersch trying to make that play. Thunder will have a free kick coming up on 7 minutes to go with a 2-0 advantage. Blackman to Borge, leaves it back for Adam. Fresh off scoring his 11th goal of the year, sliding his way through, and he's pushed to the turf. Another foul on Goberlersch. Thunder a chance to go to the Sweet 16 at their fingertips. Clock is stopped now. The referee talking with Goberlersch and Carlson in the back, and just wants to give Carlson a warning. He's maybe hearing him. The clock has been stopped, and look for no reason besides another verbal warning by the referee. Anthony will take this set piece from about 40 out, maybe 35, closer to it. Blackman's behind him. Anthony in the air, he's got it. He'll chip it into the middle. Thunder will run their play. Borge tried to help it on. Now will be a shot out post by Musgraves. Elliott comes away, trying to explain what he was doing to Anthony. Instead, center will try to mount or something here offensively. Thunder just needs strong defense the rest of the way. Borge tries another shot or chance to clear with the right foot. Missed it again. Garvey has been quiet all night. He had a couple chances in that first half to speak up, but since then the Thunder defense has done an outstanding job. Joey Lynn's in the ballgame as well for Wheaton. Here's Josh Clark making a deft touch to himself as he brings himself across the midfield stripe, trying to find Blackman on a through. Carlson denied it. Hill plays it to Goberlersch on this side. Goberlersch a long right-footed boot in the direction of Cam Miller. Anthony joining Miller over there, and Anthony played it back to Fernandez. Miller riding Anthony, and it's out of bounds. Will be a Thunder throw on the far sideline. Under 6 minutes now to go in regulation. And for Coach Jeb Birch and company, they know the clock is starting to wane on their year. And it's been an outstanding one after they dethroned the defending national champion Ohio Wesleyan, battling Bishops last night on this pitch in double overtime, 2-1. Carlson sends it forward into the back line. Fernandez is there. Fernandez heads it out of the box. Garvey on that far side against Anthony. Pushed off the ball. Garvey turns it around on the left foot. Borge clears it. Looking for a handball, nothing there. Tarver coming on hard, and it's cleared coming out all the way to Blackman. Blackman looking to make a counterattack. He takes the middle. Hollingsworth keeps himself onside here. Blackman will leave it for Borge. Borge brings himself into the box. Calms it with the right foot. Sends it back into the middle. Sent to the turf, and it's cleared by the defense. Fernandez back to Borge here. Excuse me, Clark on that far side. Josh goes back and forth with Steven. Put forward. Lynn comes near side for Skinker. 4.5 minutes remaining in the contest. Lynn plays near side for Skinker again. Kevin to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth back into the middle for Lynn. They'll continue to calmly penetrate on this on the offensive half. Clark lost possession, turned around by Tarver, sent on up the pitch looking for Garvey. Garvey keeps it in play off of Skinker. Clark rifling for it with Tarver, and Tarver's called for the foul. Tarver comes near side for Blackman. Clark, Hollingsworth, a nice job to possess here. Hollingsworth shoved off the ball by Settle. High into the air it comes. Borge will let it fall to the turf. Go far side for Anthony. Musgraves now brings it along. Retreats it back for Fernandez. 3.5 minutes remain until the final horn. Wheaton's up by 2. Russo tries to find Anthony, and he lost it out of bounds.
The game for the Colonels, number 7, Andy Carroll, and for the Thunder, number 9, Stephen Goals.
Off comes Leventis, on comes Carroll. Stephen Goals comes on, and Musgraves as well. Throw-in comes in. Hollingsworth trying to spin his way in and win possession. Sent to the turf. He's all right. Foul called against center. Clark will take it. He'll quickly play into the middle for Lynn. Skinker back to Lynn, and the Thunder will look to continue to possess for the final 3 minutes. Wheaton wins last night over Transylvania 3-0. Nice play by Clark into Hollingsworth. He'll line up a shot, and it sails over the face as his cross looked for Stephen Goals.
Into the game for the Thunder, number 13, Mitchell Parr.
Mitchell Parr will come back on. It looks like Hollingsworth will come off, and he should. Hollingsworth, what a job he's done. He's got an assist and nearly had another. He dropped off the first goal scoring chance to Blackman, who's able to shoot, get an assist out of it. And then Hollingsworth's shot a little later in this half was saved by Sosnovic and cleaned up by Blackman for the second goal. Thunder offense definitely striking at a higher level when Hollingsworth is on the pitch. Ryan Garvey tries to keep this one in play, and Anthony clears it out of bounds. 2:15 remaining in regulation. Center down by 2 scores. A night removed after defeating Ohio Wesleyan in double overtime.
Center
2 goals by Ryan Garvey. What a year that young man has had. What a year. Tarver will have a corner kick on this far side. He's had some good balls from this area, and Singer punches it out nicely. Greer recovers out of the box. Greer nearly had a chance to equalize when he created a self-opportunity earlier in this second half. But Fernandez made a crucial tackle of him just outside the 18. Clean slide. Down to the turf comes Blackman. He's holding his head a bit. Hopefully he's all right for the final minute and a half. He's not feeling good as it's played back in the Thunder offensive. Borge slides it upfield for Goals. Helps it onto that near side corner for Parr. Blackman gets back up and will try to join the attack. Parr turned off the ball over the
Thunder
end line.
corner kick.
Will be a corner kick with 1 minute to go.
1 minute. There is 1 minute remaining in regulation. 1 minute.
60 seconds left, removing the Thunder from a berth in the Sweet 16. Their opponent has yet to be determined. Should remind you that we will not have Coach Giuliano after the game due to NCAA regulations following the postgame. There's a cooling period for coaches. It'll be a corner kick. There'll be
Thunder corner kick.
out of bounds. It'll be another corner kick. Giuliano starting to congratulate his coaching staff, and for good reason. Played in. Blackman slides his way into the box. Played in. Oh, it sails across the face. Had an opportunity. Goes over the end line in any case. For the final 20 seconds, the Thunder faithful can get their celebration on, and the team deserves it. We were at 0-0 at halftime, but a big offensive surge
10,
by the Thunder.
9,
Goals by Mitchell Parr and Adam Black.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Give Thunder the
3,
victory.
2, 1.
That'll do it. A tremendous season Center College had from Dansville, Kentucky, but they leave Joe Bean Stadium disappointed this Saturday night.
Wheaton 2, Center 0.
The Wheaton Thunder have continued to protect their home turf. They get the victory over Transy last night 3-0 and do it again 2-0 over Center College tonight. The Wheaton Thunder men's soccer team advances to the Sweet 16 of the 2012 NCAA tournament. And what a season they have had. And the magic continues for Coach Giuliano and his squad. Again, we will not have a meeting with Coach Giuliano following the game due to NCAA regulations.